29. How do the details in paragraph 6 about the solar power goals of the Chinese government convey a central idea of the article? Okay, so by the way, it's paragraph 6 and it's about the solar power goals of the Chinese government in particular. Okay, so let's go back to paragraph 6. I think this is one of the concluding paragraphs. Yeah, a second solar power farm has already been constructed near the massive Anhui. So they produced another one, and they have a longer-term goal to meet 20% of the country's needs by 2030. It's just a 2-sentence paragraph, right? So they produced another, and they have goals for 2030. Let's see what answer might fit this. A, they indicate the Chinese government wants China to be the world leader in solar energy production. Okay, nothing in those 2 lines said anything about being the world solar energy leader. So that is not in the passage. You might know that outside the passage to be true, but that is not anything that's in the passage we can use for evidence. B, they show that the Chinese government understands the benefits of transitioning to renewable energy sources such as solar power. Well, what do we know from the paragraph? They added another solar plant, and they have goals over the next almost 10 years to produce more. So that looks good. That looks to be true. I think B is going to be the answer. Let's check C and D. C, they suggest that constructing solar power farms is the best way for the Chinese government to put excess solar panels to use. Okay, in that paragraph, there's no discussion of excess solar panels. And the best way, that's too extreme. So they added another plant or power farm. So it is a good way, you could probably conclude, according to the government, but not necessarily the best way. That's just too extreme, and it's not in the passage. And then this idea of excess solar panels, we don't know they put excess solar panels to use in that second farm or will in their future plans. Probably not, so who knows. C is not correct. D, they imply that solar farms are a good way. Okay, that's a more forgiving criteria, not the best way. A good way for the Chinese government to make solar power the main source of energy. Well, wait a second, hold on. It's not going to be the main source of energy in China. In fact, the second sentence says it's going to be 20% by 2030. That is not the main source, almost likely. So that's simply not in the passage. D is incorrect. The correct answer for 29 is B.